Well, how's she going today, folks? I'm Brat and welcome to the BRAAP Shack. Being as this is my first upload, I figured I would give you guys a rundown on some of the things you can expect to see on my channel. I will also be giving you a tour of my massive shop and the BRAAP compound. Let me start by saying that this is not a how-to channel or a do-it-yourself channel, but I will show you how I do it myself, and if you learn something, great. If not, at least you were entertained enough to watch the video. So without further ado, let's get on with the tour, and I will show you some of the dandy junk that we have lying around to work on and play with. So, to start the tour off, here's the entrance. Right there, the door. You walk in right there. Over here, we have the non-people entrance. Bigger door, opens a little differently. We have a giant air compressor hanging from the ceiling next to a rack for fluids and other such liquid junk. We have a furnace that is not currently hooked up. We have a bench to work on things, and toolboxes full of tools and instruments, also to work on things. We have a row of helmets to protect our noggins in the event of a crash. Safety first, guys. We also have a serious radio to be not so quiet whilst working on things, and some cordless tools to making working on things easier. I told you it was massive. So now that most of the tour is complete, we can start off by looking at a buddy of mine / customer. This is his 2007 Yamaha YFZ 450 Special Edition Blue Flames. I will hopefully be taking ownership of this in the near future, and if I take ownership of this, I will be needing to come up with a name for her. But she unfortunately blew the motor all to pieces. Well, not really, just seized right up. The rod bearing no longer spins on the crankshaft, and when it does, it makes a terrible noise, and it's just dickered. So we yarded her apart, and in the very near future, we will hopefully be throwing her back together with fresh crank and top end and bearings and all the such, and I will take you along for that. The second thing I would like to show you is my baby. This is a 2012 Switchback Assault 800. I haven't named this machine. I don't know why, but I usually name most of the junk that's around here. But she's a loyal old bitch until she decided to fucking blow up on me. There's the crankcase down there, and the minty fucking fresh piston. No wonder why she had low compression. So we will hopefully be getting her back together before winter. The next thing I have to show you is the Braptor. This is owned by Brapper John, and it is a 2004 Yamaha Raptor 350 Special Edition. Funny, Yamahas all seem to be special edition, and there's nothing special about them. But this is a fun little machine. But she unfortunately, she seized up the rear carrier bearing, and got so hot that we can't seem to get the races out of the carrier. So she's waiting for a brand new carrier and bearings and axle and the whole nine, and I'll take you through putting her back together too. So Next, we can go outside and we can take a look around the BRAAP compound. So first off, out the gate, we have a 2000 Honda Foreman 450. Just resurrected this machine. She was completely dead a few months ago, and waiting to find a parts quad, because she's missing the front bumper and the rack is dickered. But we got some custom lights onto it, all the LEDs, and we brought her back to life, and some more custom tail lights there. Brought her back to life, and yeah, she's gonna be a shop toy unless someone wants to buy her. Next, we have the big quad. We call this one Big China. She was dead at the end of somebody's driveway a couple of years ago. We brought her home and forced her to live a while longer, and now she's just the loyalest little fucking thing. Likes to fire up all the time, no problems, loud as hell, don't go that fast. Nice little machine though. Next, we will come over here. We have a 2007 Polaris Sportsman 500 HO. We got this one with a completely blown up engine. So far I've accumulated the whole bottom end of the motor. I need the top end and a gasket set, and we will be putting the engine back together and back in this machine, and we will have to find a name for it. Next, we have Frankenmower. This bitch used to mow my lawn. Yeah, used to mow my lawn until he got replaced, but not retired. We yarded the mower deck off of her and all of the unnecessary junk, and we gave her, this is at least a 15 horsepower stack. Gotta be 15 horsepower. We gave her a steering ball for the utmost of control and a gas pedal to make it easier to accelerate and decelerate. Loves to pull things and drive in trails in the bush. Loves bombing in the bush, this thing. Yep, Frankenmower. I already showed you my mower. Call him Choppy. Likes to chop on things, especially grass. Next, we have a 2004 Trail Touring 550. My uncle brought this here with a blown up top end, so maybe at some point we'll throw a top end on that and it'll be a running machine. This here is the 2003 Summit 800 Adrenaline. No engine into it. I don't have any of the engine components, but that is pretty much all that is missing from this machine. The suspension and body and everything else is all here, and it's got a good track on it. And if somebody knows where to get early 2000s 800 in good condition, I would be interested. Or if somebody wants to purchase this for their own project, or if they have a motor to drop in it, my favorite model of Ski-Doos right there. Next, we have the Indy Trail 340 Fan Redneck Edition. This thing has a fresh set of pistons in it with about 2 hours on them. It was freshly rebuilt just before the snow was going away. We had time to get a couple rides in on it, and yeah, then there was no more snow left, so you'll hopefully be seeing some videos of us riding that, unless it goes away. The last piece of junk that we have sitting in this lineup is an early 2000s Grand Touring 380 fan. Now this machine is missing so many little odds and ends that it would just cost tons of money to make this a good skidoo again. So I'm not sure. The engine has really good compression. Be good for a project or to just hack this thing down to its minimalist form and bag the hell out of it. I'm not sure what we're gonna do with it yet though, so maybe if you guys have any ideas, you can let me know. We'll come back over here and we will oh, I didn't show you the Carbosaurus. Over here behind Frankenmower, this is also Brapper John's 2008 Summit 800 P-Tech. Loyal old machine. She runs awesome, nothing wrong with her. Tried to kill me actually this winter, but she didn't succeed. Fortunately, I got away with just a couple plates and a handful of pins up in my shoulder. Carbosaurus, on the other hand, escaped with just a slightly bent handlebar. Yeah, I wish I had that on video. But this machine is actually for sale. If you know anybody that likes these early revs, this one here is fucking mint. No, not really, but it's an awesome sled. Loyal as hell, runs great. Not a lot of hours on a rebuild. Good sled. Like I said, for sale. $2 grand. Come get her. Brapper John will happily sell her to you. And here is Brapper John's, well, his new sled. We call her Vesuvius, if you haven't figured that out. She's a 2015 Summit 800 E-Tech. And this thing is a beast. We will have some videos. We have some clutch work to do on her before winter, and some other junk. I can't remember all the shit that he bought for this thing, but we have some videos on this. Behind that is my girlfriend's 2018 Summit 850 E-Tech. We call this one the Shocker. You can kind of see why. Once again, she is a beast. I'm allowed to ride her every now and then, so you might get some riding videos of this machine, but that's my girlfriend's. And then, oh, I got one more little toy to show you. This one's for my daughters. We got to go for a bit of a walk to get to that one, but she's over here. Oh, there she is. Oh, a little bit dark. You guys are having a hard time seeing here. Give me a second. This is a 1999 Mini Z. Purchased this last year for my daughters. Turns out it had been sitting full of water for quite some time and the engine was toast. I thought about rebuilding it, but at the price of these little tiny Honda motors, I can rebuild the motor for about $100, or I can buy a brand new out of the box, bigger motor, straight from Honda, for less than $400. So I think I might just be buying a new motor for this one, but either way, you'll either see the new motor going in, or you will see that motor being rebuilt. Crawl back out from underneath there. Come out to the front of the BRAAP compound. We have a 1998 Jeep Cherokee. It's up on a 3-inch lift with 32.5-inch tires on it. Nice little Jeep. Anybody's interested, she's for sale. 2,800 bucks. Come take her away. Runs good, drives good. It's got a sub into it. Dandy. This is Chico. This is Chico. He's a 5.5-month-old partial German Shepherd. There's his mom, Boots. She's the one. She'll chew your legs off. Chew your legs off if you come to the BRAAP compound without permission. She's a killer, this one. Ain't you, Boots? Oh yeah, she's a killer. And that is pretty much a rundown of what we have here at the moment. So, like I said before, not necessarily a how-to channel, but I will show you how I do it, and we will have other content as well. We will have riding videos and you know, working on this junk and you know, all the other types of shenanigans that we get up to around here. And you know, if you guys like it, then great, and if not, well, there's other channels you could be watching. So I'd just like to say thank you guys. Have a gooder.